we go. Oh, trying to avoid these guys. Here we go. Alright, so here's some big fish. Other fish. This is kind of different kind. There's a large variety of underwater creatures. In this map, we'll see shark and some fish, these big gulper fish, drakes, crabs. Some of these things are amphibious as well. So these guys called skelk, they live underwater, but they can actually come on the surface too. So let's take a look at one of this. So that's a skill that poisons him, and then I can cast these bleeds on him. The Necromancer's a lot about stacking up different kinds of degen to work on guys. So it's my big tomb spell. It's like the big explosion. You know, a lot of other things work pretty similarly underwater. There's just the looting. Everything else works a lot like it did before. Here's a little bobbing chest that's kind of just floating under there. So I'm gonna make my way through this cave now. It's one of the cooler environments in there. So it's filled with these skelk guys. Let me switch over to my other weapon. So for him, the spear, he uses a little bit like a short-range thrown weapon, just because, you know, necromancers aren't necessarily about hitting people with stuff. So he has he imbues kind of some of his magic into it. So he has a special barbed spear that he can throw and cause bleeding, or this crippling spear that he throws that will pull the guy towards him when he throws it, and then cripple the guy so that he can keep him nearby. So there's that pull, and then they cripple. Looks like I got some barracudas as well. So, you know, sometimes it's easy to forget, because I've been playing our game for a while now, just how great it is to, you know, not be worrying about how much breath I have left. So cutting my way through the depths here. See if I can sneak under these guys. You know, and every creature's got different anims for moving underwater too, so you can see he's really smooth. Here's a group of them coming after me. You know, in the land too, we had the double tap dodging that applies underwater too, so I can double tap backwards and dodge back. So right here, this is one of our friendly underwater NPC races called the Quaggan. This is kind of entrance to one of their towns, so you can see a Quaggan is going to help me fight these guys. So here's a big AoE attack that you can do. So there are dynamic events under here as well as things that you can do to complete for scouts. I just happen to not have bumped into one yet. So this is a Quaggan architecture and kind of heading into one of their little villages. You can kind of see. This will open up into a village, and then I think the big lake that's behind there. So these are their homes, which you can take a peek in there. Oh, that's actually some eggs, I guess. This is a Quaggan home, so you can kind of get in one of their houses, swim around. Oh. So here's a named guy. Let's see if he's gonna. Oh, swam off. There you go.
So many.
So he's actually telling me that the Ascalon settlement above here is under attack by centaurs, and I can go up there. That event kind of has popped up because I talked to him. He kind of marked it for me. If I walked over there on my own, I would just discover it, but he kind of helped me by kind of letting players know that there's stuff going on. There's actually NPCs in the world running around talking about these things. So this is kind of underneath this big giant lake. These Quaggan here seem to be worshiping this statue of one of the old gods of Tyria. So I'm going to try and get to... In the middle of this lake, there's a pirate island where I can kind of fight some pirates underwater, so I'll make my way over there. can show you kind of some of the attacks of one of these gulper fish a little bit, and they're swimming. So I'll let you kind of. So he's kind of his special abilities. He's got a big chomp that steals life from you, and then he'll regenerate himself. So you want to kind of try and keep him from doing that. Actually failed already, just because he happened to have used it already. But I'll just fight a little now. Switch over to my casting weapon. So you can see, especially here underwater where you really want to be moving, the whole being able to cast on the move is really important. And I think every underwater skill basically lets you move when you're casting unless it actually sends you flying forward. So I'll show you one of those in a second. Got to deal with these guys first though. So there you go, that'll like send me to these guys. Once you kind of dart through the water. So I'm using my underwater Death Shroud again. There's kind of a bunch of different strikes that he does. There's kind of a wave that shoots out. This is creates a big cloud of blinding area that will keep guys from being able to hit me. So you can see my Death Shroud is expiring, and when it does, I'll pop back to my normal health bar. And that's kind of the way that the Necromancer is really durable, so. Alright. So I'll show you that darting skill. You can see the icon for it here. It's this current... Oh, hang on. There's a guy right in my face again. Alright. Let's get these guys out of here. A lot of it is about taking advantage of your height, so being able to push guys down, push them up is really important to us here. And just trying to get, underwater to feel like a game that I want to play, a place where I want to explore is really important to us. So, yeah, so I'm going to head back up onto the land to fight these pirates. Assume I can get away from all the stuff that's chasing me. So you can actually see this bottom of this ship is one of their bases. So you can see pop out, and this is part of the pirate base right here. This is their little homestead. Oh, got that guy still on me. So you can see I'm gonna try and pull him onto the land with me. So these pirates have these big giant turrets that guard their area. So if you come too close, you can see the cannon fires at me. So need to get out of here. So one of the things about swimming on the surface is it's dangerous because you don't have any skills available to you, so kind of encourages you to go underwater if you want to try and heal or anything like that. So here I am up against these pirates. Finish off this area a little bit. Maybe summon some minions. This will probably not go well since I'm fighting 4 pirates, but we'll find out. Oh, they knocked me down into the water there. So yeah, that's our down state on land. You can see if you manage to kill someone from this state, you're able to... Oh, they threw me into the water, actually. So and try and get out of here. But I think I'm not going to make it. So you can see the pirates followed me in, and they're actually attacking me with their underwater attacks. I was defeated. So the nice thing is, in our game, you can just pull up the map and return to a waypoint, nearby. So here's another one. I can actually, this is an underwater one, or I can pull up to this one that's right across from their island. Oh. Yep, so that was our underwater demo for Guild Wars 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.